Okay, real quick, if you haven't checked out part 1, then I would highly recommend doing so, as it covers the majority of the game and everything up until the credits roll. Anyways, though, this part will focus on the extras of Sackboy The Big Adventure, essentially everything after the credits roll. Ninja Night Trials, endgame, online play, team levels, collectibles, and playtime. After the credits roll on this monumental title, you gain access to the endgame, a collection of a handful of levels in the Wonder Plane, a bonus world with a theme centered around the sky and abstract level design. The whole point of this world is to provide creative, random levels that wouldn't fit in the base game. Unlike traditionally, objects and platforms float in midair without any explanation. This makes the Wonder Plane distinct for this reason alone. It's very much like Super Mario Odyssey in terms of level and world design. Just like that game, it had special areas with obtuse, abstract level design that wouldn't fit anywhere else. And yet, they fit perfectly here. The levels are pure, chaotic, wacky fun that offer far more challenge than any of the base game's content. While you start off with only one level, you can unlock additional areas using Dreamer Orbs. The cost is a little high, but offers more reason than ever to revisit the game's levels, especially team levels. Now, team levels are basically co-op only levels that showcase some seriously impressive and creative level design. These are some of the best areas in the game and can lead to wild chaos when playing with friends. There's quite a few of them too, each one utilizing the unique mechanics found in their world. It's a quick way to gain some Dreamer Orbs too. But want to find an even better way? Knitted Night Trials. By far the hardest areas in the game, namely because of the time constraint. These levels are painful. There are 15 of them, and one bonus one that I don't want to talk about that one. To unlock them, you have to collect these matrix cube-looking things that are scattered throughout levels. During my first playthrough, it was a nice treat to hunt these collectibles down, knowing that I'd eventually try and beat every trial. Getting gold in a trial gives you 3 orbs, and silver and bronze gives you 2 and 1 respectively. Getting gold isn't too bad, but it did take me about 2.5 hours to get gold on every trial, minus the last bonus one. So it's a nice content boost, especially if you go after that cursed 16th trial. The biggest disappointment for me, though, was finally beating every single trial. You just get a costume. A cool looking costume at that, but just a costume. No secret cutscene or teaser for a potential sequel, no extra bit of content, no little thank you note, or really anything other than just a costume. I spent hours beating the hardest levels this game had to offer, and I get a costume. Oh, well, I guess you get some extra little stickers to fill out this little booklet, but come on, we all know what we wanted here. A special cutscene of Sackboy getting appointed an official knight with a full ceremony. It's all anybody's ever wanted, though I suppose these stickers are good for someone interested in the collectibles of this game. The collectibles in Sackboy Big Adventure are as followed: orbs, stickers, the Knitted Night Trials, costumes, emotes, and various little requirements within a level, such as not dying once. The orbs, costumes, and emotes all have somewhat functional uses, but the rest are pretty much out of your own desire to collect them. I typically ignore collectibles in games, and that's also what I mainly did here. There just wasn't enough incentive to get all the stickers, collect all the costumes, and beat every single level without dying. It just seemed a little too tedious to me. But then on the other hand, for someone who does enjoy collectibles, there are plenty of them to keep someone entertained even after the credits roll. And I did greatly enjoy tracking down Dreamer Orbs, especially since they felt valuable enough to collect. So overall, collectibles in A Big Adventure feel a bit tedious, but are great additions nonetheless. So I got this game for Christmas, and I had access to online play from day one. While initially supposed to be included on launch, online play was pushed back until the 19th of December. It didn't affect me though, and I can safely say that it makes this game not only infinitely more replayable, but also just more fun. It really bugs me when platformers offer local co-op, but not online co-op. Like, come on, that would have helped tremendously, especially given recent circumstances, if you know what I mean. Thankfully, with The Big Adventure, they decided to not only implement full online play, but to make it the smoothest, simplest, lag-freest experience imaginable. Basically, all you do is either invite friends online, create your own online match that anyone can join, or simply search for one online. It doesn't overcomplicate things and makes joining matches a total breeze. Inside the actual matches is even better though. Performance is ridiculously smooth, along with the ability to connect with up to 4 people, leading to chaotic fun. Costumes are one of the main reasons for this. See, since the Big Adventure offers a myriad of customizability options, it makes for hilarious creative expression. It's truly a great thing that they decided to carry over online play from LBP. Okay, so lastly, I thought I'd cover the total playtime for Sackboy Big Adventure, including getting all the collectibles and completing the Midnight Trials. It took roughly 14 hours for me to beat the base game. Again, that's without touching any of the game's bonus content. In terms of the quote-unquote extras of the game, that took an additional 14 to 15 hours, leading to a total of 30 hours of playtime. That includes the knitted night trials, costumes, dreamer orbs, emotes, and stickers. For most people though, I could see it taking anywhere north of 8 hours for the base game, and an additional 12 for the extras. So yeah, at least 20 to 30 hours of content ain't too bad for a traditional 3D platformer. Naturally though, that doesn't even come remotely close to LBP, with each LBP title offering thousands upon thousands of hours of content. Even though I said previously that the lack of difficulty options was this game's biggest flaw, the more and more I play this tremendous title, the more I realize that no create mode is what is truly keeping this game down from greatness. Or rather, it prevents this game from ever reaching the heights of Little Big Planet. It might be a spectacular 3D platformer with a pretty substantial amount of content, but that's all it'll ever be. It'll never transcend and become a truly special game like the originals, and that's what bugs me the most. See, no matter how good this game ever was, it could never come close to Little Big Planet. That being said though, I really don't want to taint anyone's vision about this game. It may not be an LBP game, but it still manages to be one of the best games I've ever played and my personal favorite 3D platformer. If you are even remotely interested in 3D platformers or Sackboy in general, pick up this game. It will charm and delight you throughout. The same goes for LBP fans, considering whether or not this title is worth their time. It really, really is. But Sony, just please, don't have us wait another generation for the next Sackboy title.